This is Tim. Like most other human beings, Tim produces a lot of plastic waste. Unfortunately, there is no possibility in his community to collect and recycle plastic waste. Therefore, he just puts all his plastic waste into the regular black rubbish bags. Tim's friend, Oliver, lives in a different community. He consumes as much plastic as Tim, but Oliver uses Sammelsack, which is being provided by his community to get rid of his plastic waste like foils, packings, all kind of plastic items and bottles other than PET. Why are people like Oliver making the extra effort to separate their waste? What's the deal with the white Sammelsack? In order to answer this question, we went behind the scenes and followed the Sammelsack on its path. The Sammelsack is collected by local waste companies which then transport the bag to the eastern part of Switzerland. It then reaches the company Inner Recycling, which is a big collecting and recycling company and also the founder of Sammelsack. The arrived collection bags are being pressed together and sent to Germany for further sorting. Plastic collected by the households is too diverse to be recycled directly. Now sorted bundles of plastic arrive at Inno Plastics, the partner company of Inner Recycling. About 50% of the plastic that arrives at the collection point of Inno Plastics comes from households. The other 50% come from the industry. Now sorted plastic is cut into little pieces. Afterwards, the small pieces of plastic are mixed with water to get rid of bigger impurities like straw, which is lighter than plastic and thus floats on the surface. Plastic is washed further to get a clean product. Astonishingly, the plastic doesn't look like rubbish anymore. It now looks more like a resource. Then the washed plastic is thrown into a long pipe, which contains a slow circling spiral to move along the now melting plastic. At the end of the tube, the liquid plastic is being filtered in order to remove the particles that didn't melt. The liquid plastic is cut into tiny pieces, which cool down instantly. Those pieces are called granulate. They're the final product of the recycling process. Their color varies depending on the type of plastic that has been used. The granulate is packed and shipped to different factories. Granulates can be used to produce pipes, plastic bags and other items consisting of lower quality plastics. Even some of the waste of the recycling process can be used for a few new things. Non-recyclable plastic is sold to the cement industry as a fuel replacement for coal. So, why is there still a majority of communities in Switzerland that don't provide the opportunity to collect plastic waste? Many people like Tim are doubtful for different reasons.
At first I think that granulate can only be used for only a few low quality products. Thus, it doesn't really make sense to use them at all.
On the other hand, the recycling provides a sustainable solution, as these low quality products aren't produced from first-hand plastic. Thus no new resources are needed for their production. So quality doesn't play a key role, rather the opportunity to use the recycled plastic sustainably and not to waste any resources. Other people criticize that a major part of the collected plastic is being sorted and burned abroad afterwards. Thus the great effort of collecting plastic is not legitimized. Inner Recycling confirms that in the sorting process about 25% of the collected plastic is being lost, while about 75% returns back to Switzerland. Another point of criticism is the economical aspect, especially regarding the complex sorting procedure.
Isn't there more effort put in than there is actual profit from it? Wouldn't it just be better to burn it, since our KVAs are well equipped with good filtering systems?
According to a current study, the recycling of plastic is economically on the lower end of all recycling systems in Switzerland. On one hand, it is twice as expensive than simply just burning it and removing it in a KVA with effective filtering systems and with much less effort. But on the other hand, the recycling brings an ecological benefit twice as high. One can look at plastic recycling with a completely different mindset. Plastic is not a waste product, rather a resource which gets lost during the burning process, even though it could still be used. Plastic recycling makes sense, since plastic is seen as a resource, which shouldn't be wasted. Still, a very small percentage is being collected and recycled in Switzerland. Of around 780,000 tons of total annual plastic waste, 82% are directly burnt in a KVA. 140,000 tons are being collected, of which about 55% derive from the industry and 45% from households. 3/4 of the plastic from the households is PET, and only 1/4 are other kinds of plastic, which is only 2% of the total plastic waste. Of those 2%, only 53% are being recycled. About 1/4 is burned after the sorting process, and another 1/4 is sold to the cement industry. Combined with the recyclable plastic from the industry, a total of only 16,000 tons of plastic are recycled annually. The burning of plastic is still much cheaper than the whole collecting and recycling process, but as a current study mentions, the potential is about 8 times higher, which would make 16% of our total waste. It would be crucial to collect more in order to reduce transportation and collection costs and make plastic recycling more efficient and cheaper. Our mindset needs to change and awareness needs to be raised. We need to spread the following message: plastic is not trash, it is a resource.